To be here.
I get to see women be celebrated. It's like really on par for my character in Palm Royale, you know, being a feminist and pushing for women's rights. So to be able to see women like Carol Burnett, that I've watched my whole life, be honored, Michelle Obama, someone who's made such a huge change in black women's lives, it's such a blessing to be here tonight.
And I was curious if there was like a woman in particular that you like is inspiring to you right now that's just, you know, maybe on your mind, you've been seeing them kicking ass or something.
Beyonce? Miss Beyonce Giselle knows. Carter. I am from Texas, so I grew up watching her from Liberty. And she was the first person I saw come from a place that I came from who looks like me. And to be at the top of her game, she literally inspires me in everything I do. If she can do it, I can do it, because we come from the same place.
And obviously, you know, being in production and when you're kind of on set, we don't know, we're not sort of seeing behind the curtain, but I'm curious for you if there's anything that you feel like is like in need of more change for women right now.
I just think the inclusivity, the intersectionality of it all, especially in the feminist movement, we need to start to listen and hear each other so we can be an actual united front.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That's okay. I'm not listening.
It's an opportunity to celebrate women. I'm really excited to be a part of this because being a woman is such a huge part of our lives, of course. But it's just really exciting to see women celebrate, especially like
really quick,
Means to be here tonight for you.
You know, my entire career, really, I feel like I was nurtured in the 70s and 80s and 90s in New York, and I was part of women's playwriting groups, and the whole idea for me is that you find story that matters with message, and then you see if there's a good role. And so to have an event where actually all of that is really the point, it's just kind of kismet in my life.
Yeah, and kind of along those lines, do you feel like, can you talk a little bit about the evolution of sort of women representation in all like sort of aspects of filmmaking?
Yes, well, since I started, which was in the 70s, right? So it's been a good 40 years at least. What I have noticed in an overall sense is that there is a growing confidence in women because women have been determined to gain power. So the power is one thing. So that, yes, of course, more writers in the writers' room, more directors, But that's not really the thing that's making the change. The change is the internal confidence in women who are the only writer in the writers' room. So we're putting women in there, but there could be one, or there could be. You have to have the confidence that your process, the way you work and the way you think, is what you're bringing to the table, no matter where you are, and I think that's happening.
That's great. And then just to wrap up, I was curious if there was like one particular woman who was sort of inspiring you right now and why.
Oh, I know who's inspiring me right now is both Attorney General Letitia James in New York and Fani Willis in Georgia, because those two women are standing up to the man in a way nobody else is, and they're doing it alone. And unfortunately, the culture is letting them do it alone, and yet they continue to be whip smart and completely committed to this situation right now. So they're inspiring me right now.
I love that. Thank you so much. You look amazing.
Thank you. I feel amazing.
So many women. Actually, one of the very first we are really I want to go behind the camera. I know what
She works for
you can't ask for a better honor.
She just supersedes
This Wi-Fi is so bad.
Yeah. Well, it beats not having
I know, right? I forgot.
That's true.
But yeah, I know, me too. I love it.
Do you like being here?
Yes, because tonight is like, it's about women and telling stories, and I was looking forward to being in this room tonight.
Do you feel like throughout your career you've kind of noticed progress in terms of sort of...
Oh, yes. Is it fast enough? No. Am I thankful for it? Yes. Am I ready for more? Yesterday. Yeah. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, you're feeling good about the trajectory.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
good,
I am.
Can you talk to me a little bit about, we're obviously honoring Carol Burnett tonight, what she's meant to you?
She means a lot to me. I read her biography when I was very, very young. I was just saying probably too young to really get it, but I got enough of it. I've met her a couple of times, which makes me a very fortunate person, and she is beyond lovely and just, she's inspiring, I mean, she never gives up. She's so good at what she does, and she is lovely. Work hard and be nice to people, that's Carol. And she's also like, oh my God, I just remember this now. She was one of my first star sightings when I moved to LA. I saw her having dinner with her husband, who's lovely, and John Cleese and his wife, and I was like, oh my God, please sit me next to that table. This is just what happens in LA. I'm from the Midwest. They're not having dinner at Chili's when I'm there. Maybe when I'm not there, but when I'm there, they, rent the place out. But
did you tell Carol?
Oh God, yeah, I have such a big mouth. And when I met her, it's just like. And then the next time I met her, I was a little bit cooler, but not that much cooler, because it's Carol Burnett, and she's an inspiration to everybody, and she makes actors look good.
I love that. And then just to wrap up along those lines, I guess, is there a woman that is kind of inspiring you right now?
Yes, I was talking about my great Aunt Josephine when I was a kid. Really encouraged me because I was so sucked into movies and people telling their stories, and I would write these plays and cast my neighbors in them. And she really encouraged me to lean into that. And I'm wearing a bracelet from her today because I was going to be in this room with all these women who also want to tell stories like I do.
Thank you so much.
So nice to chat with you. Thank you so much.
Okay. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm Selena with Variety. I realize I'm
Betsy, so nice to see you.
So nice to meet you too. I'm a fellow Midwesterner. Where are you from? From Chicago. Oh my God.
Noise in the mic.
Yeah,
Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay. Then grabbing it really tightly is not.
It's a great theater department.
Thank you.
Hello. Of course I know who you are.
Well, someone was taking you for someone else earlier. So I'm
Oh,
just
sure.
making sure.
You heard everybody off with their head.
It happens. It's a big challenge.
I know.
Black Girl Missing is a movie that I really championed in Lifetime. When we brought it to them, they got it right away, and it's been the little movie that.
Thank you so much. Hi.
Talk to me about what it means for you to be here tonight.
I'm absolutely thrilled to be here, not only to receive a Gracie Award because it's about women making things happen, but also because it's about, I'm being celebrated for the film that we put together. Black Girl Missing was a labor of love, was everything to me to make sure that people heard and saw, and we got exactly that. And then the cherry on the cake is we're winning awards for it. It's incredible.
Well, and you're really kind of solidifying your role as an EP. You got 2 more in the pipeline, right? Is this something you ever envisioned doing?
No, absolutely not. When I started off in my career, I was modeling, and then when I wanted to go to acting, people didn't think models could walk and talk, right? And so to be able to not only have this amazing career, but now to be able to be executive producing and hiring directors, DPs, looking at locations, I'm obsessed. It's really what I love.
It's interesting because I do feel like it's hard for a lot of people to kind of go back and, like, you sort of not shied away from doing sort of the more indulgent TV and also really trying to make points. I guess I could see some people being nervous about
crossing over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I love a challenge. I love doing new things, from writing books to being a talk show host. I get bored easily, so it's great to do different things. And I'm really loving producing a lot. Yeah.
You think you might want to direct?
That I know I don't want to do. Like that for sure I know I don't want to do. I don't know why, but it just seems too much for me.
Too much. It's fair enough.
I like putting things together.
I love it.
Yeah.
You have the personality for it. Like you're good at like working with people. I
Thank you.
So instead of just having to do like top down,
right?
You're like, let's get you.
Yeah. I like that better.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
The red hair. Too.
Yes, every time I think I'm going to go back to black, randomly, 3 people in the supermarket, at Starbucks, it doesn't matter. They'll be like, oh my God, I love your hair. Then I'm like, oh my God, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. No, of course not.
Oh my God. Let's do it. My best friend is going to lose her.
3, 2, 1, boom, and one more. Beautiful. So good. Thank
Oh
you
my
so
God,
much.
have an amazing night.
We're going to pick some like
And kind of, great. Oh, I cried in the car, and it's so great. Being now I mean, we're in a wonderful room of women tonight, so tell me about this I mean, I studied her and her law. It's just a night. You're great, and thank you. It's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Maybe recently, like one of these things.
Yes, like after the Oscars.
Yeah, some sort of,
After the Emmys or something.
Something like that.
Globes.
Anyways,
Globes.
yes.
Maybe
yes.
Globes carpet.
Maybe Globes carpet, yes. That sounds right, yes. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Talk to me about kind of what makes you excited to be out here tonight and why you did
I'm always excited to celebrate women, and especially excited to celebrate women's voices in the media, and I think, we can't get enough of that, right?
And I was curious, when you're on set, if you look around, is there an area of sort of production where you feel like women really need to be more, there needs to be more representation?
Well, what I'm really excited about is I remember when I was on Suits, when we were first shooting it in the early seasons, I was saying, we need more directors. Where are our directors? And now it has changed. So I'm thrilled to report that things are improving.
That we're looking at.
I think, there's a lot in the news lately about the gender pay gap. That's a very real issue. I'm really excited to see some of the female athletes who are doing the good work, because they're not just doing it for the athletes, they're doing it for all of us. It goes across industries. So I just got to give a nice hug to Abby Rombach, and I'll continue to thank her throughout the night for what she does for all of us.
And then talk to me a little bit about if there's like a woman in particular that you've been like into lately that's inspiring you.
Into lately? Well, I was literally just talking to Glennon and Abby, so I would love to name them. They inspire me every day. I love to have them in my ears, and I just really appreciate their authenticity and their heart and their intelligence and their inclusivity.
Have you always been a sports fan?
Have I always been a sports fan? I played sports.
Okay.
Not well, and I thought, oh God, it's kind of funny what I played. I grew up in Connecticut, so of course I played like lacrosse and field hockey. I was on the ski team. I'm proud. In high school, I was on the ski team, and that was fun because it was co-ed. But yeah, yes, I'm a sports fan, but I'm raising 2 girls, and I'm really happy to see what's happening in women's sports.
Yeah.
Because I really think we just need to see women everywhere. My kids go to an all-girls school, so they see girls in all the leadership positions within their school. I sort of follow Gloria Steinem's lead on that. I think it's important.
I grew up playing. I do think there's something playing sports as a young girl that kind
What
of.
did you play?
Softball. I played a lot of
very
stuff.
cool.
But yeah, I played softball for a long time. So yeah, but I just feel like doing it. It kind of. it changes your perspective as like on like limitations. You know, you don't think of them as much, and
And
then,
just working as a team. And for
Right.
me, it was not, ultimately, I should have been just sticking with the plays. I was doing both, so like maybe I wasn't studying enough, but it really taught me a lot, especially about theater, but also about, being on a show for 9 years and teamwork and how everybody matters and how everybody's a storyteller in front of and behind the camera. And that's why it's great that we're seeing more women. I haven't seen a lot of women in the DP, just like a few, like one or two. I have had nights on set where I've been like, I am the only woman in this room. And it's been interesting, and a lot of the men were noticing it too. And I appreciated the conversation.
great. I love that. Well, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
it's so
It was
nice to
lovely.
talk
Nice
to
talking
you.
to you too. Good to see you.
So